Hello. We are now in our major hospital here in Manaus, in the middle of the Amazon. We are trying to explain how our protocols work. We already apply our protocols in minor cities around our state and in a different country like Bolivia. Our protocols work with this capsule. This is not the protocols itself. This is a self-protection equipment that helps prevent the dispersation of the particles of the virus when we do the non-invasive ventilation. We think that the early intubation that is being done around the globe for the treatment of the coronavirus is not the best treatment. We think that when you do that, that's why the mortality rates of the patients who are in the hospitals are too higher than ours. Our mortality rates are lower because we now have less than 5% of our patients have to do the conventional intubation process. This capsule that we call Vanessa, because of the first patient that we had to intubate here in our hospital, that motivated us to think a different way to treat the coronavirus, different than the early intubation process. We think that when we do a positive pressure on the lungs on the early stages of the disease, helps the patients to become better in a lesser time than the way that all the world is treating the patients. We do in our emergency units here, the patients when enters in our units already receive a capsule like this and a BiPAP that costs less than a common ventilator. Doing this on the early stages, the positive pressure on the lungs helps the patients to become better in a lesser time. As we see here on this demonstration, when the patient enters in our emergency units, he already received a capsule and a BiPAP to start the positive pressure on his lungs. As we see here too, our workers, to manipulate those patients, have to use all the protection gear that's being developed against the coronavirus.
Olá, eu sou Luiz Alberto Nicolau, presidente do Grupo Samel. Eu quero dizer a todos que nós estamos à disposição da América e de qualquer país do mundo para ajudá-los no combate ao coronavírus. Temos certeza que temos o melhor tratamento do mundo e o mais barato. E isso nós queremos disponibilizar gratuitamente para o mundo inteiro.
Any additional information regarding Vanessa Capsule or Samel's protocols and methodology for using non-invasive ventilation for treating patients with coronavirus, please contact us through our social media.